How did a destitute orphan, lacking financial resources and influential connections, establish the most renowned watch brand globally? Rolex's history is veiled in enigma and undisclosed information, yet we are now delving further into the extraordinary tale of going from rags to riches, uncovering the reasons behind the exorbitant prices of Rolex watches. Prepare to explore the remarkable story of Rolex. The story of Rolex begins with its innovative and mysterious founder, Hans Wilsdorf. Born in Germany in 1881, Hans faced the tragic loss of both his parents at the age of 12, becoming an orphan. Despite his initial struggles, he immersed himself in education and developed a passion for languages. After completing school, he worked for a watch company in Switzerland, where he gained valuable knowledge of watch construction and the industry. Hans's deep appreciation for the craft fueled his obsession with creating perfect watches. In 1903, he moved to London, where he gained experience in sales and marketing for another company. These experiences shaped his understanding of what sets a watch brand apart and the importance of effective marketing. Dreaming bigger and determined to apply his acquired skills, Hans Wilsdorf started his own watchmaking company in 1905 at the age of 24. While he invested a small amount of his savings, most of the funding came from his brother-in-law, Alfred Davis, who became his co-founder. Together, they established Wilsdorf and Davis, importing Swiss watches to sell in the UK. Despite skepticism from peers who believed wristwatches were flimsy and inaccurate compared to pocket watches, Hans believed in the convenience and elegance of wristwatches. He disregarded critics and used all the company's funds to place one of the largest orders of wristwatches at the time. Hans was convinced that wristwatches would replace pocket watches definitively. Despite facing doubts, he sought knowledge from renowned watchmakers, learning valuable lessons from each encounter. Hans utilized his previous connection from working in Switzerland to import high-quality Swiss mechanisms, enabling the production of superior wristwatches. Recognizing the significance of brand recognition, Hans understood the importance of a memorable name. While the true origin of the name Rolex remains somewhat mysterious, Hans claimed to have stumbled upon it during his commute to work. The name Rolex was short, catchy, and had a sense of style and authority. It was printed on the dials of all their watches, contributing to brand recognition. As sales increased, the company eventually changed its name to Rolex Watch Company Limited. In 1910, Rolex became the first wristwatch to receive the Swiss Certificate of Precision, and in 1914, a Rolex watch was awarded a Class A rating by the British Q Observatory, a distinction previously unmatched. The association with quality helped attract more customers. However, during World War I, Rolex faced challenges due to Hans's German descent and the hostilities between Germany and Britain. As tensions escalated and the British government imposed a 33% wartime import duty on luxury goods, Hans made a strategic decision to relocate Rolex headquarters from England to neutral Switzerland, benefiting from tax advantages. While many watch companies faced bankruptcy during World War I, Rolex thrived as its wristwatches gained popularity among the military for their reliability and convenience. However, the remarkable growth of Rolex can largely be credited to Hans's marketing instincts. In the 1920s, he associated Rolex with explorers, athletes, racers, aviators, and other accomplished individuals, creating a strong connection in the minds of consumers. Hans also employed effective product placement through radio and newspaper advertisements, well ahead of his competitors. In 1926, Rolex introduced the world's first commercially waterproof watch, the Oyster. Hans capitalized on this innovation by having a woman swim across the English Channel wearing the Rolex Oyster, generating significant headlines and publicity. To further promote the waterproof timepiece, Hans instructed Rolex dealers to showcase the Oyster watches in fish tanks with live fish swimming around them, captivating potential customers. A significant milestone in Rolex's history occurred just 5 years later, with the development of the perpetual rotor by their engineers. This groundbreaking innovation allowed for automatic winding of the watch, previously deemed impossible. Hans Wilsdorf, the founder, was determined to ensure that influential individuals, especially those undertaking daring challenges, wore Rolex timepieces. Examples included the crew wearing Rolex Oyster during the first flight to Everest, and Malcolm Campbell donning a Rolex watch when setting a land speed record in Utah in 1935. This combined strategy of innovative marketing and new advancements propelled Rolex's rapid expansion and increasing popularity. In 1945, Rolex introduced another model called the Datejust, the world's first automatic watch with a date window on its dial. However, before the announcement of this achievement, Hans faced another tragedy as his beloved wife Florence passed away, leaving him widowed with no children. Contemplating his own mortality, Hans spent the following years ensuring the future of the empire he had built. In 1946, he established the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation and transferred his complete ownership stake in Rolex to the foundation, securing the legacy of his creation. To this day, the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation maintains complete ownership and control of Rolex. As a foundation rather than a company, Rolex is not subject to corporation taxes, and a significant portion of its profits is allocated to charitable causes, including education grants and watchmaker training. However, the internal operations of the company, its management, financial activities, and the utilization of its funds remain shrouded in secrecy. This high level of confidentiality, coupled with strict non-disclosure agreements for employees and limited access to the Rolex building, makes it challenging to scrutinize the company's actions. While the foundation serves as a means to safeguard the wealth and influence of Rolex and its subsidiaries, the company has thrived even during challenging times, such as the quartz revolution of the 1970s, when mechanical watch manufacturers faced significant setbacks. Rolex's resilience and success raise the question of what sets them apart and allows them to command such high prices for their timepieces. In 2017, a Paul Newman Daytona Rolex, previously owned by the late Hollywood star, set a record-breaking auction price of $17.7 million. While you don't have to spend that much to own a Rolex, even their entry-level models come with a hefty price tag. So why are people willing to invest so much in a Rolex when there are cheaper alternatives and smartphones for timekeeping? The common answer found through a Google search is that Rolex watches are exceptionally well made and built to last a lifetime. However, that explanation is not the whole story. Rolex is not just a timepiece, it is a symbol of status. Worn by influential figures like rappers, royalty, and historical icons, Rolex has established itself as a universal emblem of wealth. This perception is reinforced through Rolex's extensive marketing efforts, associating the brand with success and sponsoring prestigious events such as Wimbledon and Formula One races. Rolex's presence in movies, endorsement deals with big stars like Roger Federer, and strategic marketing efforts contribute to its status as a desirable brand. The use of premium materials, rigorous testing, and craftsmanship result in higher production costs. While the exact profit margins are unknown due to Rolex's secrecy, estimates suggest substantial profits, with a significant portion allocated to advertising and sponsorships. Watch enthusiasts argue that there are higher quality watches available at lower prices. However, Rolex's extensive marketing investments create an aspirational image, making it an upper-middle-class brand that remains exclusive, yet attainable. Rolex's exclusivity is maintained through limited distribution channels and the avoidance of discounts. The introduction of the Tudor brand catered to a different market segment, preserving Rolex's prestige. There are beliefs that Rolex intentionally creates scarcity for its products. Rolex intentionally limits its supply of watches, creating shortages and maintaining high demand. This strategy allows them to keep prices elevated, with wait times ranging from months to years. Some authorized dealers claim that Rolex intentionally undersupplies the market to drive up prices and engage in global price fixing. While there are conflicting reports on the production process, it is believed that some parts may be outsourced and machines are used at certain stages. This does not undermine the high quality of Rolex watches, but rather highlights their deliberate choice to prioritize unfulfilled demand and maintain a waiting list. Rolex operates as a Veblen good, defying traditional supply and demand dynamics, where higher prices enhance the product's desirability. Contrary to normal demand patterns, Veblen goods experience increased demand as their prices rise. This phenomenon is driven by the status signaling aspect of these goods. If Rolex were to lower prices, the demand might decrease as the perception of exclusivity would diminish. Despite the price not solely reflecting the watch's quality, Rolex's rich heritage and reputation contribute to its value retention and potential appreciation, making it an attractive investment. While Rolex was initially seen as a practical tool watch, its strategic marketing and sales approach shifted the brand towards luxury, establishing its status as one of the world's most valuable brands. Considering the challenges Hans faced throughout his life, his achievements in building Rolex are truly remarkable. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Business Central. Stay connected with us, like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and click that notification bell so you won't miss a video. Stay inspired, stay informed, and keep making waves in the world of business. See you in the next one.